Okay, guys, back to part two. All right, like where I left off at, where I was telling you that she went ahead and was talking about me with her little crew, and they all was just having my name all over the place. But which I didn't care because that usually what happened in facility. Like, come on, we dealing in a facility where it's a lot of women. Not only that, it's West Indian women. I'm Jamaican too, so I know how they could get. So it wasn't really a big deal to me. Anywho, when one of my coworker who took a liking to me, when she was telling me like she's an evil person, she done that to everyone, almost everyone that work here. Like she would get their name caught up in so much stuff, go back to the supervisors and them, and mix up your name in so much things. Okay, and tell a lot of lies. Like she was a snitch in the building. Like she was the one who started problem, and they was like that's what they usually do whenever new people come in there. They would start problem with new people. So anyway, I didn't pay that any mind. It was one day, on my particular assignment, it was one of the residents that it required like two-person assist. So I called on the radio and I asked if someone could help me with so and so. And she came first. She was like on the radio. She was like, "Oh, I would help her, but I don't think she would want my help." I ignore her because she been like doing those subs and shit. So I ignore her. One of the reasons why I ignore her because remind you, this lady was old enough to be my mom. And one thing in the Caribbean culture, we have respect for the elderlies. So it was kind of weird for me to have a beef for somebody who was like my mom, grandma. Like this lady was mad old. Like it was just so weird to me. So anyway, I ain't paying her any mind. Then somehow she magically came downstairs in the resident room I was in, and then she happened to help me. So when she came in with this nasty little attitude. I ain't pay her any mind because I was like, girl, bye. I'm like, girl, bye. Like, you mad old. Like, I'm not beefing with no grandma. Like, you crazy? Imagine me beefing with a grandma. Like, that's just sound ridiculous. So, anywho, she came in the room and she was like, no, she didn't say anything to me. Like, no, hello, you need help. Like, what you need help with? What are you doing currently right now with the patient? Anything like that. She didn't do none of that. So, I'm the type of person, I go with the flow. You don't talk to me, I don't talk to you. Anywho, while I was taking a patient from the bathroom back to the patient room. um I was taking the patient out the wheelchair to put her in the bed, and I'm not even gonna lie, I did position it like kind of off. So when I realized that, I was fixing it. So in the midst of me fixing it, she just came out of nowhere, pushed the wheelchair real hard while I was fixing it. That shit hit me in my side. So I kind of have an attitude. That's when I say something to her, and I'm like, girl, at this point, you're doing way too much. First of all, it's not even that serious. You have this imaginary beef with me. I don't even know you. You're not my family. You're not my friends. You're no one to me. Like, I don't even know you. Like, you going real hard. It's not even that serious. So she came out of nowhere and she was like, well, I don't know you either, bitch. So it was kind of shocking to me because let me give you my background. I've been in the nursing field for like 15 years. And as much as you know how they be on TikTok talking about the ghetto nurses, I'm one of them ghetto one, but I'm the one that's like being professional. Like one of my pet peeves is when people's very unprofessional, because if a ghetto girl like me could go in those settings and be professional, you can too. So when she did that, it was in front of the patient, cursing in front of the patient. So I'm like, girl, like it's not that deep. Like the patient is right here. Have some respect. So she was like, oh, I don't care. I don't care. I don't know you either, bitch. Bitch, I don't care. So I was like, listen, lady, we are in front of the patient. If you think me and you are about to go have a throat down in front of the patient, it's not going to happen. Okay, but what you can do, you know, we clock out at the same time. If the problem ever that serious, you can wait until when we clock out and we can handle business. So she was like, oh, whatever, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Anywho, when I left, I report her to the nurse, the charge nurse. And they also asked me to write an incident report. I ended up writing an incident report, and I called the HR lady and I reported it to her. Not only that, the patient, like, she was like so disgusted by how nasty, and just her reaction, like that lady was so miserable, nasty, and just disgusting. Anywho, she was just so disgusted by her behavior, so she ended up writing a letter to the administrator and reporting the incident, what happened. Anywho, when I came back to work, like, come on, we in a nursing field with a bunch of women. What you think gonna happen? It was a gossiping session. Everybody and their mama knew about what happened. Everybody was, nobody didn't really ask me, but I would hear, like, as I'm walking by, I would hear a certain conversation that was going on. Anywho, one of my co-worker, we both live in Connecticut, so she gave me a ride home. So she was telling me about the incident, what happened, and she asked me what happened, and I was like, how you know about the incident, what happened? Me and this lady never even talked like that. So I'm like, how you know about that incident? So she was like, well, it's all over the facility, everybody talking about it. And you, what happened is when you went to HR and you told HR what happened, HR is mixy. So HR decided to go around the whole facility and tell the facility what happened. She told one person on the morning shift, and then it started going around in the evening shift, and it started going in. Well, the night shift already know because I was working nights, so they knew what happened. But the morning shift knew, the evening shift knew. It was like a whole gossiping session with that whole situation. So I felt some type of way because I'm like, I've been out the nursing field for like a minute. I haven't worked in like a minute in the nursing field. So it's a lot of things I miss. Like, they are so ghetto. Like, back in my days of working in a nursing facility, like, HR would never play that. HR don't even play them type of games. So I guess we dealing with different. Ever since COVID came, a lot of things change in the nursing field. Like, you getting people that's on the block you working with. They don't have no training of being professional, and then it's like nobody want to do this type of job no more. So it's like they wanted to take anyone to do this type of work. So when they take anyone to do that type of work, you dealing with all different type of unprofessionalism, all different type of personality, and it's just crazy. So when she told me what happened, I couldn't really go back and tell HR because it would be another gossiping session, because it would be like, who told you? And then nobody, like, when you come from people in the nursing field, everybody gonna be like, oh, I ain't say that, I ain't do that, they lying on me. So you would never get to the bottom of it. Okay, so she told me what happened. I had an attitude because I didn't know HR would play with me like that. I ain't talked to the HR lady. And then from that moment on, I just didn't want to be there no more. I just didn't want to work there no more. I was like, they are too unprofessional. And the way this thing's set up, like, I'm just leaving my house just to make some money, just to fix my little problem. I'm not leaving my house to catch a case. And then my thing is, why would I be fighting with anyone on the job? These people know my address. They know my social. They know where to find me. So you basically setting yourself up to get a case when you get up and fight on the job. But yeah, that was my story time. And I have many story time on what happened when I was working in the nursing field. I have story for days.